Honorable Murega ensure everything is in place. Thank you, Honorable Murega. Our President today, Naitopirisa CM off.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Let I also carry the water for you. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Murega. Bring Honorable Ben, please correct the score sheet. No. If you are not a member, please, you can't. And honorable members, please let us occupy this space on this side. Honorable members, the members of the committee, let's occupy this space and this space on this side. Honorable Spora, you are a member of the committee. Yes, please let's occupy this space on this side. Honorable Grace, Honorable Karemi, please let's occupy this space. Let's have non-members occupying the second and the third space. Honourable members, I want to invite the second nominee. Please, please, please. Honourable members, I want to invite the second nominee. That is one, Janaro Wantaiga Tanguge Kivenji, the CECM nominee for Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries. Mokiri, please invite him for us. Yes, welcome. Thank you, honourable members. Janar, welcome for today's vetting session. The second time you are appearing in this assembly for vetting. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, please, Bukiri, take his document, then present them to Honorable Naito for verification. Ben, please administer the oath.
I, General Wantai Idenji, I witness, do solemnly swear that the information I shall give before this committee shall be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Thank you, Benson, for that. Janaharu, I want us to make a brief introduction to the members of the committee so that you'll be aware when you'll be interacting. And I'll start from my right, very briefly.
Thank you, Chairman. I'm Frida Naito, specially elected by UDA, a member of the committee.
Douglas Mutea, MCA of Central Ward, a member of the committee.
I'm Martin Kimadi, I represent Timor Ward and a member of this committee.
Kinyomona representing Yakista, a member of this committee.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Patrick, I'm MUTUMA MCA Kisima, Majority Leader Contest of Meru, and a member of this committee.
Yes, Kangwan.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Kangwana Merit, member of a friend of this committee, also representing Maua Ward.
Morning. I'm Karimi Kilingo, specially elected by PNU Party, and I'm a friend of this committee.
Good morning. I'm Kinya Zipora. I'm specially elected by UDA, the deputy leader of the majority party, and a member of this committee.
I'm Tembe Imbuki, representing the people of George West, and I'm a member of this committee.
Mondaidile, representing the people of Akete Ward and the Lindo Minority Party, and a member of this committee.
Agnes Karimi Gwantai, specially elected by Bas Party and a member of this committee.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Grace Kambula Dronira, nominated by Bas Party. I'm a member of this committee.
Yes, the staff. The staff.
Good morning. My name is Benson Kenyo. I represent the legal office.
I'm Chairman MUTUMA, the Assistant Committee Clerk.
Good morning. I'm Isaiah Bijiwe, Hansard Officer.
Christine Mweti, Research Officer.
Katwiri Ndege, the clerk in charge of the committee.
Good morning. I'm Ali Mwenda, representing the people of Jawad and the Deputy Speaker, County Assembly of Meru.
Thank you, and I'm Ayubu, the chairman of this committee. Welcome, Anjanaru. Give you 2 minutes to make a brief introduction of yourself, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, Honorable Chairman, honorable members of the panel. My name is Janaru Bantai Ivenji, and I'm the nominee for Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries. I come from South Imenti, and I was born in the village called Ruompo, and I've been a resident of this county for a long period of time. I want to thank this panel and my appointing authority and you, Mr. Chairman, for giving me the opportunity to stay before you and before this August House. Thank you.
Thank you, Janaro. Welcome again. Janaro, previously you have served as the CEC for Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries.
True.
What programs did you start at that particular time, or what expertise that did you give at that particular time that you feel that you'll be able to stay at this particular docket on agriculture, livestock and fisheries to a higher destination?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman and the panel members. It is true that this is my second stint to serve in this county. I was vetted once again by this same house, and for the period I served in this docket, we as a government made a lot of milestones and big strides in agriculture sector. One, for example, Mr. Chairman, when I was here, we developed programs that were tailor-made for every section, because agriculture is under 3 categories. That is crops, that is pure agriculture, and then livestock, and then fisheries. And Mr. Chairman, on the crops side, we did a lot in terms of improving the quality of the crops that we have by, first of all, ensuring that the chemicals that come here, they are biodegradable. And a team of specialists, the technical team from my place, who were keen on ensuring the food security and, more importantly, the safety of the food. Mr. Chairman, when I was there, we had a lot of challenges with the post-harvest management. And because of that, we, as a government, I spearheaded the process of having storage facilities and, for example, the potato storage, the sheds we did, and then we had markets which we constructed to ensure that even during the rainy season, the farmers can be able to take their product to the market and sell. On the livestock side, Mr. Chairman, we developed a program where we were getting high quality and specific semen from abroad, and we brought them here so that we avoid the problem of inbreeding of our breeds here. And you can attest, Meru County, as of now, Mr. Chairman, it has a very high levels of milk production, and it was because of that time, because we had employed even people, technicians, and we bought them motorbikes to go and serve animals deep into the rural areas. I'm not sure whether that program is still working, And if it went down a bit, we shall improve it again. Another thing, Mr. Chairman, we improved on the safety of milk. That is ensuring people are not using plastic jerry cans to take milk to the market. And we liaised with the Dairy Board of Kenya, and we brought the steel containers, which are a bit safer. Actually, they are very safe, and they are recommended by the authorities of the government. On the fisheries side, Mr. Chairman, I recognized that our people in Meru were not very good consumers of fish. And in the modern times, the fish is recommended as white meat, and it is healthy food which can help our people. So we started with the sensitization programs on how people can be able to start consuming this kind of food. In my mind, and the idea of diversification, so that when people don't have chicken, goat, beef, then they can have the fish. Mr. Chairman, we also started a program where, with consultation with the national government, we started the program of where every family and to have a fish pot, so that people can be having fish there for eating as food and also for selling as an income earner. So there are many programs that we started, Mr. Chairman, and honorable members who come from the grazing areas, they know very well. We constructed a number of animal markets, soko ya mifugo, and it saved people a lot because we are under a system where it could weigh even the live weight of the animal. When you are selling, you can know whether you are making profit or not. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Janaro. Any member who has a question for Honorable Janaro can pose the question. Before that, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Bwana Janaro, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you for your nomination as the CCM Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries. I'm happy you are the pioneer in the department, and being a resident of Meru, in 1 minute, I would like to hear your assessment. During your tenure, you took a break of like 5 years. How do you assess the department vis-a-vis the time you served and now? And the last one, how would you maintain the ethical standards in your leadership role, ensuring transparency and accountability? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Those are good questions. I can give a wrong narrative of the status.
Honorable Janaro, I know you don't just invite yourself to answer a question before the chair allows you to answer the question. Is that correct?
I stand guided, sir.
Yes, thank you, Deputy Speaker. And now, Janaro, please take the floor. That's a procedure.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I apologize because I've never sat in an assembly or a parliament, so I'm a layman when it comes to honor and the procedures and the protocols of the House. Having said that, and thanking you because of intervention, I would want to say that when I was in the Department of Agriculture, I knew the status very well, and it was very vibrant, and the people were very happy because I came in taking cognizance that Meru County is an agricultural county, and food is very important to us as Merus. And I also took cognizance that food is the basic requirement in all fields. Even before the members of this house sat here, they must have had something to eat. So my role was to make sure there is enough food here and it is safe food. And that is why I started by saying we encouraged use of safe chemicals, like biodegradable chemicals, so that people do not consume food that food is there, but it is not healthy. It could be poisonous. And you know, we had the problem of aflatoxin all over. We did a lot of consultations. We worked even with the CARO, and we are in that partnership. And I'm happy they have come up now with a chemical or an input which can finish aflatoxin. It is called Afrosav. And when I come in here now, it is when I will know very well the status of the department. As of now, I have very scanty information about the status as of now. But looking at the documents, because I looked at the documents, I know the department is working, and I know it is at a level where you can have an opportunity to take it to another level if I will be given this opportunity. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Janaro. Yes, Honorable Muna.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Congratulations, Bwana Janaro, for your appointment.
Thank you.
And now, if you go in the villages within Meru County, you realize that veterinary officers are not enough. Actually, a simple vaccination exercise in the county may take long, and you may not reach all the villages due to shortage of doctors or the practitioners. So as a CEC, what is your plan, or what is in your mind about overcoming such challenges, among other challenges in agriculture?
Thank you very much. Also,
thank you, Honorable Janaro. Now you can take the floor. You are learning.
Thank you, sir.
And learning is a process.
Asante.
Thank you.
I'm in a hurry to save time for this honorable house because I know you are very busy people.
We are not in a hurry, Honorable Janaro.
Mr. Chairman, let me attempt to answer the question as asked by the honorable member.
Thank you.
I know very well that in the villages there are shortages of people, not only veterinary technicians, but also extension officers in agriculture. And this, because I've been in this field for a long, even at the national level, I know there was a problem at some point in the 80s. The government stopped hiring agricultural practitioners. And it took a long time for them to start bringing them on board again. In fact, the major challenge in that department, it has aging population, aging staff, because the people who were employed a long time ago are the ones who are serving. But unless now we start employing new people, and even the national government start now employing new people, the agriculture and other extension services might suffer. So what I will do, or what I attempted to do even the other time, it is to work in collaboration with other partners, other players in the field, like the milk sector. We have cooperatives here who are on the ground. So we partnered with them. Wherever I went to field schools, the field days for the farmers, I would get some people from cooperative societies, from SACCOs, from CPOs, and we team up together so that they can give me capacity which I was lacking. So through that synergy, we were able to get into the villages using other people. Mr. Chairman, also I came up with a program of collaboration with our neighboring counties, Isiolo and Tharaka-Nithi. And what we are doing is, if we don't have staff here, and for example, we are going to the field, they would give me technicians, and then we go around, and then when they have shortage also, we could donate some people there, and we teamed up. And through that way, we built a synergy which helped us. Like the vaccinations, it is a very tricky field. Yeah, because you know, like us here in Meru, we have a national park here, and the diseases that affect the animals in the ranges are the same ones. The epidemiology is the same of domestic animals and the animals in the field there. So what we were doing is get the doctors, all of them, vet the doctors from Isiolo, from the Tharaka-Nithi. We vaccinate, if it is Meru County, we vaccinate all the animals. Then the whole team shifts to the Tharaka-Nithi. And the same team goes to Isiolo, because you can treat your animals here, and then diseases come from Isiolo, because they don't know boundaries. And the same way to the Tharaka-Nithi. So even this time, honorable member, I will use extended and other players in the sector so that we bring synergy together. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable General. Yes, Honorable Leader Majority.
Thank you, thank you, Chairman, and the congregation, General, for being appointed, being nominated in this position. I just have two questions. One, you know, most of the Meru people are venturing in agriculture, dairy farming. So as the CECM, what are your plans, if any, on lowering the cost of dairy feeds? Or what is your advice to farmers on how to lower the cost of production? That's the first question. Then the second question, we as Marians and Christians, we know very well that a name has a meaning, or a name has some powers, or there is a reason as to why you are given that name. And I've heard that you have a nickname, Gatanguge.
Yes.
The word Gatanguge. So my question is, well, I'm worried, what if you give you this job, then you do as your name says? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chairman, with your indulgence, let me start with the question number 2. The name Gatanguge. Well, that is my pet name, and I like using it more than these other names. This is because at some point in history, I committed myself to serve the people. And in that doing, I decided to give priority to community service other than my own service. And that was to take a cue from my late father. Actually, that name belongs to him. And those who know him as Gatanguge, they know he had more premium than me. And therefore, when I went into public life, just like I inherited his land and his livestock, I decided to inherit the goodwill of his name, of preferring to serve people ahead, or putting people's interest ahead of his own interest. Mr. Chairman, this name is very unique in this county, and it doesn't mean literally, not literal meaning that I don't work. I'm napoteza kazi. It is not like that. It is a sacrifice to serve the community. And Mr. Chairman, all of you here, I know, even as you are seated here, you could be in your farms, you could be doing business, and I know some of you, before they came to this house, to be clagging your brain day and night, you had very good jobs, you had big businesses, which you decided to leave and come to serve the people of Meru. That is the same with me. I decided to follow suit. Even the priests, they serve people selflessly, and they could have opted to go and become businessmen and make a lot of money. So that name has a premium, and it gives me the gusto to continue serving the people, not only in Meru but in Kenya. I hope I've attempted to clarify. Coming to the second question, Mr. Chairman, it is true that farming...
General, I'm not Mr. Chairman. I'm the Honorable Chairman.
Honorable Chair?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Honorable Chairman, I'm used to corporate world, and there they don't have honorables. They have Mr. Chair, but kindly...
Yes, today you're in an honorable house. So these young men and ladies that you see are honorable members.
Thank you. Honorable members, through Honorable Chair, I would want to clarify on question number 1, which he said that the costs of operating agriculture, both livestock, fisheries, and the crops, it is actually high, as he has said. Now, what I did in my previous term, and which I endeavor to continue working on, is to liaise with the national government and other players to have at least some subsidy in the agricultural inputs, and also look for markets so that you can, if you have better market, it offsets the cost that you have put in the production. And in that regard, Mr. Chairman, we started a program where we could give farmers seeds, for example. If you give farmers seeds, then you have cut that cost where they would have gone to buy certified seeds. And secondly, if you give them certified seeds, the yields will be very high and the per capita cost will be lowered. Then, Mr. Chairman, we also have to partner with our other players, like the NGOs, the international groups that come here, groups like ASDSP, groups like ADBP, and those ones who will come and subsidize what we have, because they are also interested in this. Lastly, Mr. Chairman, we need also as county government to come up with the programs that are low cost, high impact in agriculture and livestock. And those ones are there. We only sensitize farmers on what to do, and I'll do that, and I'm ready to do that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Gennaro. Honorable Leader Minority, then I'll conclude with Honorable Martin.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Mr. Gennaro, what plans will you have to ensure that your policies or your department is felt on the ground? Because there are small-scale farmers who doesn't know even there's the Department of Agriculture in this county, because they have never benefited before. So what plans do you have to ensure those policies and your plans are felt on the ground?
Thank you, Honorable Chair and honorable members. I want to attempt to answer that question. First of all, Mr. Honorable Chairman, I cannot work in isolation, and if I do that, there will be no impact on the ground. But I take cognizance that the members of this house, the panel members and the others who are out there, they are constant ambassadors of the people from the villages. And what I'll do, Mr. Honorable Chair, is to ensure that I have a working relationship and a strong network to work with the members, elected members of the assembly. Through them, I can get to the deepest of the villages. Secondly, Mr. Chairman, I will use the media that we have, both the national media and local media. I can go there or send my officers there to sensitize people on modern ways of agriculture and the modern trends. You know now, Mr. Chairman, we are getting digital, and I can use the digital platforms to reach the message to the people. Mr. Chairman, another program I have in mind, if I manage to get your favor, is to bring in the youth into the agriculture. Right now, they are not very well sensitized on agriculture. But if we make it a worthwhile profession, so that we can even teach them in schools about agriculture, I'm very sure, because they are very quick in their platforms to talk, the messages will circulate. So I will be able to do that and collaborate with the assembly and the executive and also the staff. I will make sure the staff members from wherever they are going, they are ambassadors as agriculturists. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Gennaro. Yes, Honorable Bioki.
Thank you, Chairman. I am very passionate on the livestock. You realize that there is a lot of influx of substandard animal feeds in the market, especially in Meru. So what precautions are you putting in place? Will you put in place to ensure that of what we get is of high quality standards? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Bioki. Yes, Gennaro, but also be very short in the answers, please.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I know there is a challenge of animal feeds, and I'm aware that most of them come even from our neighboring countries in Tanzania and others, because of the quality of the materials there. as government, what we can be able to do is actually to embark and to take advantage of research results from CARO and IRRI and other bodies that do research on animal fins. And then, Mr. Chairman, we need also to sensitize the farmers. We can get specialists from national level, even from our development partners, and they come to advise our farmers. Because you will find that some of them, because of lack of alternative, they will feed even dairy animals with green materials. This one they call Dara, and that one is not the best. Is not the best feed for the animals. Dry matter is the best, and it is recommended. Mr. Chairman, also I'm going to envisage using research materials like use of high oil seeds like canola or like soya beans, so that we can supplement the traditional animal feeds that we have. Through that route, we can go wrong. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, Honorable Martin.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, and congratulations, Gennaro, for your nomination. So my question goes straight to the fertilizer stores. As you are aware, in Meru we are facing a challenge in distribution of fertilizers, especially the subsidized fertilizers from the national government. And what are your plans or your thoughts about constructing fertilizer stores, especially like the one where I come from? They have to move all the way from Timau to Meru just to get even one sack of fertilizer, one bag of 50 kgs. So they have to pick it from Meru. So, and you can see they are incurring a cost. So what are your plans on constructing more fertilizer stores? So in addition to that, another question goes to I can see from your CV you are a member of Avocado Society of Kenya. So what are your plans on helping farmers get market from outside Kenya? And those who do even snow peas like where I come from, even those who do Mera farming and even potatoes, what are your plans on getting market? So my last question goes to this, that you oversaw the procurement of bulls. So if approved, would you still advise the county government to concentrate on importing the bulls that you brought during your reign, or would you advise on using AI, or what are your thoughts on bulls that were brought in and the AI? So thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I prefer to start with the last question about the bulls. Mr. Chairman, as you are aware, because you come from these regions, in Meru County, we have 3 agro-climatic zones. We have high potential areas where you find things like tea and other island crops, and also animals like Frisian. It is high level, it is high highlands. Then we have another climatic region which is at the middle, and that is where you find animals like Asha, like Gale, and then that is the same region also where coffee is grown as opposed to where tea is grown. Then we have another agroclimatic region, the lower levels or the dry areas. They have different dynamics than these others. In the high potential areas, Honorable Chair, we use AI methods because the animals are fed in situ and they stay there. They are zero grazed in that area. There we can use AI very effectively, and that is why I got seamen and employed people to go there and do that job. But in the rural areas, like the Tigania West, Tigania East, where we have that challenge, you cannot use AI because those animals are mobile. They are free range, and the best thing to do is to have, if you want to increase their value, you can use bulls like Zahiwo, like Gil, like Boran, because once they are with them free and grazing, they are going to serve them, and you will get high quality meat producing animals, because there you don't need high yield for milk. And that is why we brought that idea of getting bulls who can move into the grazing areas. And even if animals are stolen, they will be stolen together with the bulls. And we will have production there. That is not to say that I will advocate for that. But through consultative methods, we can be able to talk to the MCAs and other members of this house from those regions and come up with a solution. I cannot have a monopoly of the ideas. And McHugh, that time when I was in office, I was working very closely with the members of this assembly, Honorable Chairman, because I know they know priorities of their people. So if they tell me they want bulls, I will request this house to approve that I buy bulls. If they don't want, then we look for an alternative. And that way we are going to succeed working together. Coming to the issue of avocado market. Avocado nowadays is becoming a hot cake. Only if you do the right varieties that are recommended. External markets are good. Also, there's a time we worked with the AFA to come up with the regulations that will ensure our avocado will be exported at with high value. And then this agronomy process is done very well so that our avocados will have premium price in the market. Through the Avocado Association, we source for outside the market, and there's a team that does all that. So my work as the CEC for agriculture is to work in tandem with the Avocado Association of Kenya, with the Ministry of Agriculture, ACCDA, so that we ensure that we are getting products from here, and the national government is regulating, and it is looking for the market for us. Because agriculture is fully involved, but the policy and the capacity building still is with the national government. I think I've attempted to answer that. So we will continue creating local markets and outside the market in association with the national government. Things like Mera, as we've said, it is a tricky situation because it is an export crop. And us as the county, we are already concerned about it because it comes from where we come from. But Mera, it is a protected crop by the national government because it is scheduled crop, it is just like coffee, it is just like tea. So the national government has an obligation to ensure that the regulations are there and also the market for it is sought. But they cannot do it alone because we are many stakeholders. I will partner with them and we shall look for that market. Thank you very much. The other one was about fertilizer. The storage dynamics of fertilizer are very, very, very tricky. Because you know, if you don't store fertilizer in a good place, it can easily turn into the kagama mawe. And the value for it will go down. So if we were to construct sheds in the villages, then we must ensure, one, we are meeting the national standards so that the fertilizer will not lose its efficacy. Because in the fertilizer, what we see as white material, that is not the fertilizer. That is a carrier. But it has some ingredients there. So if you expose them to moisture place, it will be spoiled. But we can be able to borrow from the national government, and we partner and build good stores. In the meantime, we are using stores that are tailor-made for other crops, like in the chiefs camps, in where we have agricultural centers like Kaguru. Then there we can have storage facilities. But as county, we can devise a way of taking them to the villages through supporting and subsidizing construction of affordable storage areas, and also providing security.
Thank you, Honorable Janaro.
Thank you, Chair.
You didn't give out your identity card.
I will give it there, and it is in the documents.
It's in the documents.
Yeah.
Okay. Janaro, I want to give you 3 minutes.
Yes, sir.
In a nutshell, what do you wish to tell this owner of house? They have heard you. What do you want to say?
Thank you, Honorable Chair, Honorable members. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for listening to me, for giving me this opportunity to be heard, to explain who I am and what I can be able to do. And by look of things, it's like I've convinced this panel. Mr. Chairman, I would be very grateful if I find favor before the eyes of this team. Secondly, I want to thank my nominating authority for finding it or installing confidence in me and showing the whole world that I'm worthy to serve in this great county. To serve in a county like Meru is not a joke, and to be in the privileged number of 10 or 9, where we have millions of the people in this county, I count it a great privilege. So thank you very much. I commit to serve with a lot of honor. I commit to be truthful and honest to the commitment I've made today through oath. And I also commit to work with the Assembly and the Executive, and being in the Cabinet, I will ensure that the working relationship between the Executive and the Assembly, and also the fraternity of the staff, it is seamless, and it is that process that works. So thank you very much. And again, I want to greet the entire population of Meru, and I want to greet the people of South Menti, where I was born, because of the prayers that they have been praying for me. So God is with me because of those people, and I want to appreciate them as well, and the people of Meru as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable General. Please ensure you have all your documents with you. And then at this juncture, I'll request Honorable Agnes to escort Janaro and ensure also you carry the water for him. Thank you, Janaro.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Honorable Chair and the members.
Honorable members, please let me have the scoring sheet. Honourable members, I want to invite the third nominee. Mukiri, please, can we have the next nominee? Yes, sir, thank you. Dennis, you don't sit before you invite them to sit. Now you can have a seat.
Thank you.
Si hata ukienda kwa nyumba ya mtu ndiye anakuambia karibu kae. Ni kweli ama uongo? Now karibu. Welcome Dennis. Dennis is our CC nominee for health services. And this juncture shall request Benson to ensure that he take the oath.
I, Dennis Muriungi Mugambi, do solemnly swear that the information I shall give before this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you, Benson. Dennis, you can put off that mic. Yes, thank you, Benson. Welcome, Dennis. And very briefly, Dennis, we are going to take an introduction. But first of all, I allow the members of the committee introducing themselves. Then I will go to the friends of the committee. I'll start with Naito.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. My name is Frida Naito, specially elected by UDA. I'm a member of the committee.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Douglas Mutea, presenting great people of Abodo Central Ward, and a member of the committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. And I'm Martin Kimathi, a member of this committee, and a member representing Tima Ward.
I'm Kenyo Muna, MC Nyakista, a member of this committee.
Thank you, Chair. I'm MUTUMA Patrick, MCA Kisima, Majority Leader County Assembly of Meru, and a member of this committee.
I'm Matembe Byuki, Goju West, a member of this committee.
Agnes Karimi Gwantai, specially elected by Bas Party, and a member of this committee.
Friends of the committee, starting with Evans.
Evans is my name, representing Metungo and a friend to this committee.
Julius Kabira, representing Yadru Royine Wand, a friend of the committee.
I'm Karimi Kilingo, specially elected by PNU Party, a friend of this committee.
Barry Jospats, representing people through Gaituan, and I'm a friend of this committee.
Titus Murray, the last Kabamure, Deputy Minority Leader, friend of the committee.
Stephen Gakula Nchebere, MCA Kikucha Ward, Deputy Chair Eroth, a member of this committee.
Ben.
My name is Benson Kenyo. I represent the legal office.
I'm Chairman MUTUMA, Assistant Committee Clerk.
I am Isaiah Bijiwe, Handstand Officer.
Christine Mwiti, Research Officer.
Mary Gatweri Ndege, Assistant Director and the Clerk in charge of the committee.
Limonda, MCAG Award, Deputy Speaker, County Assembly of Meru.
Thank you, and Mayu Wundi, the chair, committee on appointment. Dennis, please give your document to Honorable Naito and ensure your ID is there. Dennis, NCS Honorable Giris Kambura, a member of the Committee on Appointment. I want to give you, Dennis, 2 to 3 minutes that you make an introduction of yourself. We know who you are. Yes.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Honorable members. My name is Dennis Muriungi Mugambi. I am a pharmacist by training, and previously I have been a civil servant working in Meru County. Essentially, I was born in Abo Central, in Central Imenti. Then I studied in primary school, in a school called Roiga Primary School, then proceeded for my secondary education at Nkobo High School. Then I proceeded to study Bachelor of Pharmacy at the University of Nairobi. After I cleared my university education, which I graduated in 2012, I got posted for my internship in Meru County at Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital. Cleared that in 2013. I got posted for my first station at Mikumbune Sub-County Hospital, that is in Imenti South. After some years, I worked in Nyambene District Hospital. After a few years, I worked in Meru General Teaching and Referral Hospital again. Then got posted to Kibirichia in Bori. And most recently, I was working in Tigania East in a health center called Kunati Health Center. Equally from 2017, I got elected. I was a member of the union, that is Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union. Then I got elected in 2017 as a representative for Meru County. Got promoted in 2018 to be the Upper Eastern branch chairperson. I served till 2021, then got re-elected again as a chairman for Upper Eastern and a member of National Executive Council of Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union, where I served, juggling in between welfare of doctors and welfare of healthcare workers, together with now serving in the hospital. That is where I've been working till my nomination as the CECM for health. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Dennis. Would you explain to this assembly on all circumstances related due to Tigania East in Kunati?
Yes. Thank you, Honorable Chair. In the previous government, I was appointed as a medical advisor, but it never materialized because much later we came to realize from the communication of the County Public Service Board that there was no such position that existed in the SRC guidelines. So after push and pull and push with the government, unfortunately, I was not able to be given the letter. Remember, I was still serving as KMPDU chairman by then. So doctors invited me to a meeting and they did request me, essentially, which was still my part of my work, to go and represent them in the public participation, that is budget public participation at Kamundi Hall. And during Kamundi Hall, I gave my submission that in the case where the budget had been, reduced, yet we had agreed with the governor, the budget would include and incorporate, monies to take care of promotion of healthcare workers. And that is when I told the governor that, the previous governor, that we didn't, there was no need of, putting money in her program that was called Okolea, giving out cows and other stuff that did not mean anything when you have left healthcare workers suffering. And immediately, Honorable Chair, the following day I was sent to Kunati Health Center, where I have been serving, which is still okay.
Yes, thank you, Dennis.
Yes.
Now, Dennis, if approved, now you are going to serve as the CECM of the services. And based on your past experiences, you are more so on the union, you are unionist. And bearing in mind that the resources are never enough. For example, what the nurses and doctors are demanding for, you are somebody who has gone to school, you are unemployed, the figures may not end up, or the finances are not enough. Now, finding yourself now, you're in the cabinet that approves the budget for the county government of Meru. You have to sit there. And also, back in your mind, you also come in the table with the demands from your team that you have represented. Now, on one hand, you are carrying the union flag, and on the other, now you are carrying now the budget that for the Meru County government, which may not be enough. It has never been enough, and of course, it will never be enough. I would wish to hear, and I know so the members and the Meru community would wish to hear how you are going to balance the two now that you're in that docket.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. One of the main solutions to healthcare problems is, number one, dialogue. Essentially, the budget, healthcare workers understand exactly that the budget is never ever enough, even to do everything that we want done. But then the main issue that has been there, it is ignorance and, deciding to, cut off communication with healthcare workers. And one of the main things, Honorable Chair, that we've been pushing for is a situation where we are having somebody in the government, somebody who knows exactly what they want, the healthcare workers, and somebody who can listen in to them. I know for sure the budget is not enough, but Honorable Chair, for the last 2.5 years, there is no single promotion that has been done for healthcare workers. There is no single, even equipments to operate in the hospitals. They have not been provided with. I know for sure, once I get in this particular position, and because I will still be working with the teams from the hospitals, I will encourage us to have a dialogue so that we have a staggered system of how we shall work between ourselves and between ourselves as a government now and healthcare workers unions. I know for sure the missing thing is dialogue. There is something that we had formed previously called the work councils, and these work councils were supposed now to incorporate teams from the government and teams from the unions, the representatives of the workers. So having my background in the labor movement, for sure I really understand exactly what ails healthcare workers and their needs, and I hope and I pray that these needs shall be my first priority once I get into the office.
Thank you, Dennis. DS.
Dr. Dennis, good morning and congratulations on your nomination to the post of CECM Health Services. I have just two questions that I wish to put before you. The first one being the main problems of which I've heard you agitate about in the health sector was, number one, lack or continuous shortages of essential drugs in our healthcare facilities. Now in that one, I'll put a question before you, direct. Now being the person now driving the entire department, there is KEMSA, which is a state corporation, and there is the MENS, the Mission for Essential Drugs and Supplies. Now, as the CECM in charge of the department, which of the two bodies would you propose for the county government of Meru to partner with for the procurement of those essential drugs timely to curb the problem? The second one, you've been agitating about the shortages of the medical personnel in our facilities, starting from the primary. There is the level 2, level 3, and the level 4, including the level 5. And I've heard you about the disparities in staffing, where you'll find a level 2 is being manned by a single nurse. While if you go to the main that are in urban centers, you'll find a level 2 with more than 5 nurses manning the same station. While in the rural areas, it is one that is manning. You being, having been in the union, in this activism of ensuring there is fairness, how will you ensure that that is achieved? The last one, cancer is a problem in Meru. And I'm happy now you are here with us. How do you intend to tackle the same issue of cancer in Meru? Thank you, Honorable Chairperson.
Thank you, DS. Dennis, and you at least try to be very brief in your answers. Eh?
Sure. Thank you, Honorable Chair. Let me begin with the shortage of medical personnel. The solution to adequate management of human resources for health is essentially, number one, we need to distribute the resources that we have equitably across the county. But despite even distributing whatever we have equitably across the county, we need to employ more healthcare staff. It goes without saying that Meru, even the number of doctors that we have, the number of nurses that we have, the number of clinical officers, lab techs, and the rest of the staff, healthcare worker staff, we have a biting shortage. It goes without saying. I hope, Honorable Chair, in collaboration with this Honorable House, to allocate a budget, at least to ensure we have employed adequate staff for our people. Because there is no need of us, having structures, dispensaries that do not have personnel. They do not make any sense. I have visited a number of facilities since my nomination and when I was still the union leader. But unfortunately, you find, despite having very, very nice structures, we do not have specialities. So I hope we shall partner and collaborate with this Honorable House to employ adequate staff that shall serve and man those dispensaries, healthcare centers, and even Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital. On the matter of cancer, Honorable Chair, I heard the governor state clearly that we shall be coming up with a cancer research and treatment center at Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital. But in addition, I'm planning a situation where we can devolve, cancer diagnostic centers across Meru County. Probably we can start off with level 4 hospitals, that is Nyambene, Mutuati, Miathene, Muthara, Timau, Kanyakine, and Githongo in Central Imenti. We devolve the few staff that we have to these particular centers just for diagnosis. Then once we get or capture these particular cancers, we can use a referral system, to bring them to level 5. And whatever shall not be, we shall not be in a position to manage at level 5, we can partner with the larger referral hospitals like Kenyatta University Teaching and Referral Hospital. These private-public partnerships are what is going to assist us, curb the cancer menace. But I'm hoping we can partner, and with your assistance, if we are able to train our staff that are training on matters cancer and additional staff by employment, we shall be able, to handle these cancers even before they progress to stages that we are not able to handle at our county. Honorable Speaker, thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Yes, Honorable Grace Kambra.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, for giving this opportunity, and also thank you for Dr. Murugi. I have just one question for you. How would you strengthen the role of community health volunteer, CHV, in improving health outcomes in our villages?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Honorable Member, through the Honorable Chair. Community health promoters, nowadays they're called community health promoters. They are very, very key in, visiting the patients and training the community at the village level. We hope to empower community health volunteers. Number one, the most discouraging thing to them has been lack of equipment. At least we can provide those equipments, and I know for sure the other major thing is, payment, prompt payment of their emoluments or stipends that they're given. Because these people, essentially before we began, we used to call them volunteers, but then we realized these people, they are sacrificing so much of their time, their family time, and the rest of the things just to serve the community. That is when I think they were called now community health promoters, so that at least they can be given a stipend. Still, Honorable Chairman, it is through collaboration via the budget that we shall be able to incorporate these teams, because the numbers are known and they're specific people. We can incorporate them in the budget. Those particular stipends, they are paid in a timely manner so that they're able to roll out, referral systems from all the way from the villages upwards, because that is a major thing that they do. It's more of follow-ups for TBs and other communicable diseases than now the referral system, so that these patients are able to be seen by the doctors, by the trained doctors in the main hospitals.
Thank you, Dennis. Yes, Honorable Agnes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Congratulations, Mr. Dennis.
Thank you.
I have two questions for you. One, what strategies would you propose to improve health services in Meru County, focusing on accessibility, quality, and affordability? Number two, what initiative would you implement to address public health challenges such as infectious diseases, maternal health, and mental health?
Thank you, Honorable Agnes. Yes, and Dennis.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I think let me begin with question number 2 on addressing the public health challenges. Number 1, the public health system right now in Meru County is essentially broken down due to lack of funding and the shortage of staff. The number of public health officers There are quite few in this county. They are unable, in fact, to cover all the residents of Meru County. So I hope, number one, we shall enlist more public health officers. Number two, continuous training of these public health officers so that they are able to disseminate information to the communities where they shall be living in, or where they shall be allocated to work at. The other thing is more of making sure that we do those mass vaccinations across the county, making sure that maternal health care is taken care of by, introducing in the health centers, maternity centers, at least, and training of nurses where our mothers can be giving birth, because some of these emergencies, we are unable to handle them before somebody comes from probably somewhere like Kunati all the way to Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital. You find we are having maternal mortalities due to distance and such. But I'm hoping we can eventually open, the theaters in level 4 hospitals. That is, we have built theaters in Mutuati, we have theaters in Mudhara, and all these theaters, they are just lying idle without the right personnel to work over there. So I hope to equip these particular hospitals, give them personnel so that we are able to tackle all these emerging emergencies at that particular point where they are emerging at. Those are some of the strategies that I hope to use. The other thing, Honorable Member, is we are hoping most of our hospitals, let us be very honest, they are not operating at the capacity that they are supposed to be operating at. In fact, even the level 5 hospital that we have here is not an actual level 5. If you come and look at it, it is not an actual level 5. So we hope in the next 1-2 years, we shall make sure that the level 5 status, by provision of equipment and materials to work and provision of personnel, we shall elevate that to level 5, to a proper level 5, even before we go to level 6. Then at least now make sure that we have we groom successor hospitals, level 4 hospitals, that we shall now make sure also they attain that status of level 4 and they offer the services that level 4 hospitals are offering. I will still beg this house that we partner, because healthcare is across all the wards. I hope we shall partner with this honorable house to allocate at least a budget that shall handle all these hospitals. I have an idea of at least, in consultation with the honorable members of various wards, to have at least 2 dispensaries that we shall select in consultation to have laboratory reagents and personnel, so that we can even practice, evidence-based medicine. I think whatever we are practicing right now is more of witchcraft than evidence-based medicine.
Thank you, Dennis. And now that you've mentioned the dispensaries and the laboratories, I want to ask you a very simple question. Yes. For the last 4 or 5 years, the dispensaries that we have been constructing as a county government, they have the component of the laboratory. And one single person can be able to have a medical facility, also include a lab. Why wouldn't we have those laboratories being functional now at the dispensaries, that somebody coming at the nearest dispensary can have the test done, and then the results are given out, and then this person is treated? Because it's simple. It's just a matter of adding up a lab technician there, and then also acquiring those instruments of the laboratory. I'm very sure the members here in this assembly, each one of them has got more than 3 dispensaries. And if one single individual can be able within a market, you can see there are 5 or 10 facilities, and each one of them has got a laboratory. Why wouldn't would you look at it and see the need of having those dispensaries include the laboratory services?
Honorable Chairman, I think the major issue that we've been having, number one, is that we have been appointing people in these particular positions who are not passionate about their work. Let us be very honest.
And that's why you are here.
Now,
I want to hear your views now on that.
Thank you.
And
now,
that is going to convince this assembly, this honorable house, if they are going to approve you or not.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. My commitment to this honorable house is that once I am approved, the first thing I will come up with, I want to have teams, healthcare teams, across the various sub-counties that we shall be working with. And I'm going to ensure primary healthcare, starting all the way from dispensaries, we shall have evidence-based medicine. We shall practice evidence-based medicine, number one, by equipping these facilities, laboratories, and even the other, departments. Then at least in consultation and collaboration with this house, employ a sufficient number of laboratory technicians who shall be working round the clock to make sure that this particular county of Meru County, we spur Meru County to a medical hub, a regional medical hub to start with in this particular region. So it is my commitment. This work, I'm going to do it once I am approved, because I know for sure I'm passionate about this job. So once approved, hiyo kazi yenye unasema Mheshimiwa Speaker, I will do it.
Thank you, Dennis. Yes, Honorable Karemi.
Thank you so much, Chair. Dennis, I have 2 questions. One is more of a concern. In exercise to subsection 6.2 of Meru Cancer Institute Act 2019, the former governor appointed a board for the Meru County Cancer Institute. The gazettement came in 26th April 2022, and in a week's time, the 3-year term is over without them being appointed. They have never assumed office. The previous regime did not see fit, maybe, I don't know. What will you do? Because in a week's time, the appointed board members have not yet assumed office, and we are all aware that the cancer is a huge problem in this county. The second question to you is, how are you going to partner with other departments? Because, if prevention is better than cure. We don't need to go to hospitals to be treated, yet we can prevent people from going to hospitals. That is, we know some problems come from food, water, other things. So how are you going to do? Are you going to work with your colleagues in other departments? What measures are you going to put? Because I sit in the Agriculture Committee, and we have problems with food coming to the market straight after spraying chemicals and everything. So I believe health is not just a matter of the health department, but some collaboration. So kindly inform this honorable house how you're going to tackle such issues to avoid more budgetary matters on medicine, yet we can prevent or maybe even measures we can go maybe organically. How are you going to do that? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Karemi. Yes, Dennis.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Number one, about the board, I was not aware. I was not aware of that the Cancer Institute board was nominated, but then not appointed by the previous governor. Since I had not been briefed on that, it is good that you brought it to my attention. That means essentially with consultation with the governor, then we shall sit down and see exactly why the board was not appointed, why they were not issued with appointment letters. Then we shall move quickly, to make sure, in collaboration with the House and the executive arm of the government, on how we can handle that, because cancer is a menace. It needs collaborative efforts. It needs, multi-pronged approach. So I feel a Cancer Institute board in place would even lighten the burden in tackling, the cancer menace in this county. So I will move with speed. Once appointed, I will invite them to the office, listen them in, so that I'm able to understand exactly what has been going on. On the partnership with the other departments, I believe government is one. You must work with your colleagues, and just seeing that you've interviewed, you've vetted my other brother on matters agriculture. We shall be very, very keen on to forge a collaborative effort with the Department of Agriculture. A number of guys have been saying that, probably we are getting these cancers from, the foods that we eat and how they are sprayed with herbicides and the rest of the drugs. So these are things that we shall have a collaborative effort on, so that we are able to find exactly what is the cause, what is the main cause of, increasing cancer cases in Meru County. Secondly, we have been collaborating even previously after just the nomination, and even before, when I was a union leader, I used to visit, various gatherings in churches, and I used to do, health education to the members of the public. And recently I accompanied the sports nominee to Moariama Stadium in Tigania East, and I spoke about how we shall use sports, to create awareness of cancer. You speak to the youth, you speak to the old during such events, so that you make sure that at least people have knowledge on what exactly they're supposed to do. These are collaborative efforts with my colleagues and with my teams that we shall institute. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Is the leader majority?
Thank you, Chair. Congratulations, Mr. Dennis, for your nomination in this position. I have just one or two simple questions to you. One is that Dennis, you have seen you severally the street advocating for the right of all the workers, and that you have done a good job. Now, if you get this position, what will be your solution to the problems which made you to go to the street? Or will you be able to solve this, the problem that made you to do what you did? Second one, on a light note, Mr. Dennis, now if you get this position, you are going to go to the other side of the government, that is the executive, and you have seen you as an activist, because when you advocate for the rights of the people shows that sometimes you look kind of an activist, but that is on a right note, Mr. Dennis. So how are you going to balance the two? Now you are saying of the union and the other, and you are saying of the executive. So how are you going to balance the two? Thank you.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Yes, Dennis.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. I just want to tell the Honorable Member that now that I shall have exposure on both sides of the coin, both in the labor movement and how the executive works. That puts me in a position of advantage to understand exactly, what is ailing the health sector from a trade unionist eyes or point of view, and now how to tackle the problems from a government side of view. I want to state that I will still continue engaging, now not as an activist, engaging the workers' representatives. I will still continue engaging them and having dialogue with them so that we can, through collaborative efforts, we will be able now to address the concerns, because I already know the concerns from a trade unionist point of view. Now that I'm getting into the government, and I have now put the heart of my trade unionism down, as much as it is still in the heart, I hope we shall collaborate with all these healthcare workers unions, work together, even to eliminate. I hope going forward in the next few years, you will not, have a situation where there is a breakdown of healthcare services in Meru County through strikes, because I feel through the training and through the work that I have undergone in the labor movement, I know for sure how to handle my colleagues and how to fulfill at least their expectations. That is how, essentially, I hope I have answered on how.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you.
I believe you have one more question, and then honourable members, time is not with us. The speaker, please, can you pose the question?
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Dr. Dennis, have you heard of telemedicine? Now, Murang'a County has embraced that technology. Being the CEC nominee for health services in Meru, do you think we can incorporate it in Meru County to serve our people in our remote areas? So can they respond to that?
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable.
Yes, Dr. Dennis, please.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. The concept of telemedicine is a very good concept. In fact, it is a new concept that has been working in Murang'a County, and I have been consulting with my colleagues in Murang'a County so that I get exactly what is going on. And I found the idea very interesting in fact that despite having a small number of specialists and healthcare workers, doctors, all the way from the villages and across the remote areas, these people, they are able to get specialized services through consultation via telemedicine. So I want to hope that once I am approved, I will do more research on this particular topic. God willing, do a benchmarking in Murang'a County with my team and also the health team, because I know the health committee team also would be very much interested, so that we come and roll out telemedicine in Meru County. Equally, the other little thing I would want to say, Honorable Chairman, is introduction of electronic medical records. For far too long, we have been using manual papers, where you find a patient carrying, a heap of documents even doctors themselves are unable to go through the medical records. We shall introduce in Meru County electronic medical records so that we are, at a click of a button, we are able to see exactly the history of the patient and we quickly be able to dispense and treat the patients. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dennis. Yes, Honorable Akure.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. Dennis, let me congratulate you for the appointment. And tell you that I come from KUTHUJA, where there is the KUTHUJA famous dispensary where women give birth in the bush, just like antelopes. Now that you are now at the top, will you be willing to go and visit that dispensary? Because it has no staff, it has no fence, it has nothing, it is just in the bush. Thank you.
Thank you, Akure. Yes, Dennis, Dr.
Honorable Chair, I empathize with our people at times because of the failure of people who are in office, and it is unfortunate events that in this time and age our people can, our women are giving birth in the bush. It is very, very unfortunate, and I empathize. And the first thing I will do once approved in office, having a plan of, every morning from 6 to all the way to 1, being in the field, being in the ground, so that I'm able to see exactly the situation through my own lens. So I hope very soon, the Honorable Member, Gakule, we shall be with you in KUTHUJA Dispensary, and in collaboration with you, hope to elevate KUTHUJA Dispensary so that our people can be assisted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dennis. Yes, Honorable Muri.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika. Swali langu ni hili, waziri mteule, kwamba zipo zile kamati za bodi katika mahospitali zetu ambazo muda wake ulikwisha, na zile kamati ndizo ziko na ushukani hata sasa kuendesha zile shughuli za hospitali, mpaka zinaendelesha kwamba kuna ufujaji wa pesa. Umeamua kuchukua hatua gani? Maana zile bodi muda wao ulikwisha na zinafuja hela za wakazi wa Meru.
Thank you, Honorable More. Yes, Dr. Dennis.
Asante, Chairman. Though I'm not very good in Kiswahili, like Honorable Marithi, just allow me to answer in English. For the hospital boards whose term have expired, we hope in very quick consultation to appoint boards in place so that they're able to work and function and, dispense the matters in the hospitals. About misappropriation of funds, that one we shall do an audit. If we get guys who have misappropriated public resources, essentially we shall take them through the various legal. I shall hand over to the legal department to take, to take them to where criminals are taken. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. I want to give you 2 minutes. What you do is to tell the honorable members.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman and honorable members. Mine is just to plead and ask the Honorable House to approve me for this particular position. One thing I want to say is that I'm very passionate about this job. I'm equal to the task, and I am going to deliver. And I will make sure that Meru County is a regional medical hub, respected in this particular region. And I hope that we shall collaborate with the honorable members and the various healthcare teams to make sure Meru is a regional hub and essentially to improve the healthcare of our people. So mine is just a call and a plea that you approve me so that I'm able to get to work. Thank you.
No, and for example, because you have thought about it, what should you do within the first 100 days? What changes do the people may expect from you the next 100 days?
First and foremost, in the next 100 days, I want to make sure that there is calm in the health sector, making sure that health workers are comfortable, because the first thing, once they are comfortable, the system now rolls. Then second thing, I'll make sure at least we have equipped level 5 hospital. There's a block there that is just lying idle, so that we can decongest the wards. And we shall open in the next 100 days the various stalled projects. That is the theaters in Mutuati and Mudara. I'll make sure those particular theaters are up and running. And I hope, in consultation with the Honorable House and allocation of the budget, at least we can be able to employ the number of, there was an advert that was already ongoing. We hope to revive that and employ healthcare workers so that we can be able to work, order adequate medication so that our people can be served, be given adequate medication when they go to the hospitals. Sante.
Thank you, Dennis. Honorable Grace Kambula, please ensure that he gets back his documents and also escort him. Thank you. Thank you, Dennis, and welcome.
Thank you very much.
And Grace Kambura, please ensure that he gets a bottle of water. Dr. the bottle of water belongs to you. Christine, please correct the scoring sheet. Thank you, members. I believe we can have the next nominee. Christine, please be more faster. Please, can we have the next nominee? Welcome, Barrio. Please have a seat. Benson. Honorable Mbioki.
I, David Barrio Mwirabwa, do solemnly swear that the information I shall give before this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you. Welcome, Barrio. This is the committee on appointment, and I would very briefly wish that we do an introduction. First of all, we start with the committee members, then we go to the friends of committee, and then the staff. I will start with Honorable Naito.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm Frida Naito, specially elected by UDA, and a member of the committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I'm Martin Kimani, a member of this committee, and I represent Mau Ward.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Patrick MUTUMA, CECM, Majority Leader County Assembly of Meru, and a member of this committee. Thank you. Thank you, Chair. My name is Monday Dile, MC Akili Ward, Leader Minority Party, and a member of this committee.
Good morning, Mr. Barrio. I'm Agnes Karimi Guantai, special elected by Bas Party and a member of this committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Barrio. Congratulations. I'm Grace Brother, a member of this committee.
Mutembe Mbioki, MCA Ward West, a member of this committee.
Thank you, Honorable Saron.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Haron Turanera, MC Abogeta East, Chair Planning and a friend to this committee.
Kangwana and Generous.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable Kangwana, representing the people of Maua, a friend to this committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. My name is Generous Mate, and I'm a friend of the committee.
Mivika Mucheke, a friend of this committee, representing
I'm Karimi Kilingo, specially elected by PNU Party, a friend of this committee.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Nkunya Maore, a friend of the committee.
Asante, Mheshimiwa Mred Titus, again based on Deputy Minority. Karibu sana.
Thank you. My name is Stephen Gakula Nchebere, MCA KUTHUJA Wanda, and a friend of this committee.
Thank you, Honorable. Honorable Ben.
I'm Douglas Mutia, MCA Abo Central Ward, a member of the committee. Good morning. My name is Benson Kenya. I'm from the legal office.
I'm Chair MUTUMA, Assistant Law Committee Clerk. I am Isaiah Mbijiwe, Hansard Officer.
Christine Mwiti, Research Officer.
Mary Gatwiri Ndege, the clerk in charge of the committee.
Ali Mwenda, MCAG Award, Deputy Speaker, County Assembly of Meru. Thank you, DS. David Ibario, welcome. And I want to give you 2 minutes that you give us a brief history of yourself. Yes, please.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable members, my name is Barrio David Mwirabwa. Barrio David Mwirabwa comes from Megembe North and Tobeto Kiongo Ward. That is where I was born and bred and educated. I started my education in a primary school in my home area called Dera Primary School. Dera Primary School. From there I proceeded to Miadhene Boys, and from Miadhene I went to Machakos Boys. From Machakos to Kenyatta University, where I took a degree in education, bachelor's, and got employment with the TSC, and I've taught in 3 schools. I started my teaching here at Tinkobo, in a school called Nkandra Secondary School, and thereafter I transferred to Borerwe Boys, where I was given a post of a head of department, guidance and counseling, and thereafter I was again promoted to the post of the deputy principal, where I served for like 4 years. And then we managed to transform the school a great deal. And then from there, I was promoted to the position of a principal, Gia Boys, still in Igembe. And I worked there as a principal for 9 years. And then after that, I shifted my work to Chuka University, where I worked as an assistant senior administrator for 10 months. And in 2013, the month of October, I again transferred my service to the county government of Meru, where I was given the post of chief officer for education in the county, the first government of the county. After that, up to 2017. Thereafter, I again got an appointment with the national government as a director of New KCC. Sorry, as a director, New KCC, that is the parastatal that deals with milk, for an appointment for 3 years. And again, I served there up to the time when we did the elections in 2022, because I had been appointed by the earlier government. And thereafter, my contract ended, but we had managed to do something, including the construction of the Kangeta factory, milk processing factory. Besides that, Honorable Chairman, I have also worked in various community-based groups.
That's enough, Honorable Vario. Honorable Vario, what makes you think that you are the most suitable candidate for this position?
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. My wealth of experience, especially in management and administration, makes me think and believe that I am the best for this. Because the post of a CEC is basically on policy making, supervision, and directing the department. And that, having worked as an administrator and a manager in various institutions, including the previous county government, in a university, education institutions, even a government parastatal, and now even currently I'm sad I was appointed as to serve in the board of Mau Methodist Hospital. I think I'm most suitable. I have a lot of experience.
Thank you, David. Yes. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Congratulations, Mr. David Barrio, for your nomination as the CCM Bronze Transport and Energy. And I want to attest before this committee, indeed, you are a great teacher. You are my teacher in Bulweruri. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
So my question is too simple. Being a resident of Meru and having been nominated to this post, what strategies do you have in mind that you're going to apply in the department to improve our roads network, also the county feeder roads in our remote areas for the betterment of our people? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member, Diaz. I have a plan and a strategy for the county road network. Number one area that we need to look at is the quality of roads that we make. Very many times we spend a lot of money in opening new roads and failing to maintain those roads. And the moment that we open a road, we construct a road and fail to provide resources for maintenance, for sure those roads will be damaged, especially by the weather elements, that is rain and others. So my strategy is to ensure that as much as we are constructing roads, we are also having a policy on maintenance of our roads, because this is critical to ensure that we don't keep on repeating the same process and putting money where we have been putting before, so that we also make savings, so that we also reach new areas that are not being opened. So maintenance is one area. Number two, the quality. When we are awarding tenders at the department, we've got to look at the history of the contractors that we engage. This way, we shall qualify those contractors who we are sure will not do shoddy job. Because at times, we find a lot of shortcuts. At times, we find the people doing shoddy jobs such that by the time they are leaving the site, the roads has started weathering out. That becomes another factor. The other one is to ensure resources are available. Because again, if we don't lobby for resources and ensure either from within and from without, that is from partners, and those others that we can work with to ensure construction and sustainability. Because transport is the one that supports, it enhances every other department, and it is critical. That is part of what I intend to do.
Thank you, David. Yes, Honorable Martin.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, and congratulations, Mr. Barrio, for your nomination.
Thank you.
So, you have a past experience on how county works, so having been a chief officer, but in this case, you are coming as the CCM for the roads. So, maybe you have heard severally that cry is coming from the MCAs regarding the procurement of roads, especially by MTF, listed as medium-term framework. So, if approved, are you going still to hire the services or procure the services from the same MTF, or you are going to use the local tenderers or local contractors? Thank you.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Let me say, yes, I am afraid to the Assembly. And to the members of the Assembly, we work together, we come from the same villages. I have heard that cry. And it is just too much in Meru County about MTF. Now, MTF is a national program which was established to assist in mechanical works in our roads, especially construction, procurement of machines, and repairs of repairs and maintenance of the same machines. It is a service industry. The biggest problem with MTF, especially the model that was used by the county government, was to pump all Ron's money into MTF. That was a grievous mistake. Because number one, we are getting money from the treasury, the checker, and returning the same amount of money. Then all the money goes back to the treasury. How does it help the people of Meru? How does it promote circulation of money in Meru? It doesn't. My strategy will be that our people must benefit. How do they benefit? Number one, look at the local contractors. Because this contractor, once awarded this tender and they paid on time this money, he will engage local transport from our people, he will engage casual labor from our people, he will consume petrol from our local petrol stations, he will purchase the required materials locally. That way, it will be very easy to empower people. In any case, it is the same government, it is the same money which is got by the people, and the same money returns to the exchequer so that it can be brought back. But when we pump all the money into the MTF, it's like, honestly, we are draining. And that beats the purpose of devolution. And devolution means decentralizing services and everything else. So to me, I intend to empower those who are ours so that they can benefit and be part of building of our county.
Thank you, David. Yes, Honorable Generous.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, sir, for the chance. Mr. Barrio, they usually say that leaders manage things, but the leaders manage people. You know that. And I would want to know if the contractors or the suppliers of materials rather hiked prices above 15%. How would you approach this to assist?
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Number one, we have the reserved costs. Because we have our engineers, we have our technical people. Even before we release an advert, already estimates have been done. So that when we receive the quotations, when we receive the bids, they are guided by what the department has generated. Anyone who has quoted far much beyond, then that person probably has exaggerated. Because we cannot release a tender if we do not have estimates for that tender. So we have our technical people, and one thing as a CEC that I've got to do is to establish staffing and ensure that we have rightfully qualified personnel in the department. That way, once you manage the human resource in any establishment, you are sure of success. But if you have people who are, quasi qualified, they will definitely mismanage you. So once we have those people, they will properly guide on the estimated costs. Number two, the government also guides that. When we were in the government, there's this program we were using, IFIMIS. And IFIMIS and given estimated prices of items. And of course, if you go beyond that, and you know it is procurement, which really leads to a lot of prosecution and these economic crimes, leading people to jail and all that. So there is the guideline that is given by the government. However, you've got to look at the locality where that service is being delivered. There are certain areas where these guided prices may not apply, depending on the uniqueness of that particular area.
Thank you, David. Yes, Honorable Mbioki.
Thank you, Chairman. Mine is the issue of inefficiency in the department. You realize that we pass our budget by end of every June, holding all the other factors constant. Then we find a rush in terms of implementation. Just that towards the end of the financial year is when we have some of the project being implemented. Some of them will even cross to the next financial year as rollovers. So how do you intend to address those inefficiencies? Number two, there is also the issue of tendering. You realize that when it comes to contracts, you find a single contractor getting almost the entire tenders. And I'm giving a specific example in the Department of Energy. Like now, we have only one contractor procuring all the front rates in the entire county. How do you expect that individual to be efficient? So how do you intend to address those? Thank you.
Yes, David, you can continue.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Yes, it is a big concern about the issue of implementation of projects. And just like I said, implementation of projects, including even these tenders, they have timelines. We are guided by the fiscal years, the government years. And we must operate within time. It boils down again to the human resource that I talked about. Number one, human resource and integrity. Number one, what kind of personnel do we have? Do we have the right people in the department? That is something that I will establish. We may not be having the right people or even understaffing such that they are not able to cope with the work. So with me, I tend to have properly qualified and skilled people. And we cannot rely on skills that people earned when they were in college, frequent refresher courses, so that they can be updated on this. Number two, there are timelines. You don't allocate your duty without a timeline. You action. This has got to be done within this period of time. How do you do that? We have work plans. We have procurement plans. And these ones have got timelines. So we've got to beat that. In any case, we do not want to retain government money, county money, in the treasury and up to the end of the year. And we know if it is found in the treasury, at that time, it will go back. And it may be so difficult for us to get that money back. Number two, on issues of tender. I said the purpose of devolution is to spread resources, cover a wider area. Really, it defeats common sense and the purpose of devolution. If we concentrate all the resources to one individual, and if you follow that, you may find elements of corruption. You may find elements of corruption, either from within or without, because really that defeats sense. We have got to spread, because ours is to empower people economically. Once we empower them, they will improve their social life. Social life in terms of living standards, they will improve their families, and even the political comfortability within the county. Hakutakuwa na makelele. That way, I intend to take very stern action and to provide proper guidance and direction on that.
Thank you, David. Yes, Honorable Kakule.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Stephen Gakule Nchepere. Mr. Barrio, today we are congratulating you as a very good leader, or a big leader. But tomorrow, you have seen leaders fall just within months. You have seen leaders rise up very quickly, and in the next 2 to 3 years, they are down. That is because of character, because of pride, and probably because of corruption. Now, today we are appointing you as our officer on a very important department for roads. You know, for the previous year, we did not work. Our roads are in a pathetic situation in the world. Now, how are you going to assist Meru people so that they can regain that pride that they had in the previous government.
Thank you, Honorable Akula. Yes, David, and you also be very short with the answers.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Let me say that my record in performance of public, in giving public service is self-explanatory. Number one, I have worked as a principal of a school in Kangeta, Gia Ward, and I was given a very poor school, a school that was at the bottom when we were Meru North, and the performance was so poor, the population was low, everything was in shambles. And even went to that school when the boys were on strike. They had broken the school. And I went there for one purpose, to create a change. And for sure, I created that change. And by the time I left that school in 2013 to go to Chuka University, it was the second best in performance in Meru North. And population and growth and everything else. How? A leader must lead from the front. You cannot provide direction if your integrity is questionable. You must lead from the front. You yourself, you cannot tell people to do things that you are not doing. One, as a leader, you are supposed to be a servant. You are supposed to listen. You are not supposed to be a boss. You are supposed to listen. The MCAs, I know the time they have wasted. The people of Meru, the time they have wasted. Mine is to go and serve the people. Mine is to work, collaborate with the MCAs so that we have deliverables. Why am I saying this? You need to go back. You need to recapture your position come 2027. And it is my sole responsibility to assist each one of you to go back. How do you go back? By the service that you offer your people. You do not have the resources. The resources come from the executive. Yours is the other business that you do, the supervisory, the oversight and all that. But in the identification and implementation of this project, you are there and you are seen as the owner of that. I promise not to change. Because previously, even when I was in the county, and I must report, Honorable Chair, that I worked with many MCAs who are here today, they have my record. It is self-explanatory. We received a lot. During that time, we had projects like bursaries, and Meru County was the first one to start awarding bursary. We worked out a policy which came here, it was passed and became an act which enabled us get into a function which was not ours and start giving bursaries. That way, I formed the committees and to work with the members of the assembly. And through the policy that we made, they were the patrons of that committee. It was not the department to give these bursaries. The committee would sit in the village under the chairmanship and the patronage of the speaker of the member of parliament of that area, award the bursaries, bring the list to the office, and me and my officers would sit down and award that. During the time of releasing the bursary, we would gather, for instance, there in Antobet, where I come from, with the then MCA who was there. I am carrying the band of bursaries. Tuko na mheshimiwa hapa, kama ngavana nako, we are together. If we are not, then I must build that mheshimiwa. That's how we did. Construction of classrooms, we again collaborated. Actually, they helped us identify areas of need, the workshops that we did, and everything else. So I'm a down-to-earth man, and really I would promise to work with the MCAs and work for the people and recoup the 2.5 years that are wasted. Our leadership must show difference between that one and...
Thank you, David. Yes, Honorable Nkunja. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Nkunja Maore, for the record, representing people of Antobet Kiongo. Welcome, Mr. Barrio, and congratulations for getting that opportunity. Barrio is a person I know very well. He is from my ward, and I think if you are able to convince these members that you are competent for the position, they will, if they feel is good, they will consider you, of which I know they will. But I have a question, which I'm not. You have tried to answer, but I feel I need more clarification on MTF. I remember very well last year we had a motion here on MTF stopping its implementation, but the former governor insisted that it has to go on. So the question is, because you have told us that we cannot get money from the national government and still return it to the national government, assuming you are given the directives that the money has to be taken to the national government, how would you do?
Thank you, Honorable KUTHUJA. Yes, Value.
Yes, thank you, Mheshimiwa. The question of MTF was really a very nagging thing, I know, and I've heard about it. And let me say, MTF and two advantages. And two advantages that he probably is going to mention. Number one is machinery. They have the best machines, and even most of the contractors hire those machines from that service, from that program. Number two is that is the main one. That is the main one. But to me, even if we were to engage MTF at whatever level, it is at a very minimum level where we do not have the ability. Where we do not have the ability, like especially in opening new roads. There are members of this assembly who agree with me that there are some areas that are impossible. And the machinery that we have may not be able to do that work. So based on that ground, probably we can do that. But I have something else. Besides that.
In 1 minute.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. What I wanted to say is that at the local level, we can also come up with our own Meru County Transport Fund. We could also come up with Meru County Mechanical Transport Fund. How do we do this? And what is the essence of that? It is for emergencies. It is for emergencies. And what kind of emergency am I looking at? Probably somebody has died in your village. He comes from an impossible area. Before you connect a contractor and follow the process to have that road prepared, because in the first government, no single Meru resident would have difficulties of burying their people, because MCAs were there, standing by to open areas to reach that particular area. I would think at a smaller level, we start our own. Why? So that when there is an emergency and you cannot follow the process, you rush there. And when you rush there, the problem is solved. That's it.
Thank you, David. Yes, Mwenda, the last one, and then we conclude.
Thank you. Congratulations, Mr. Barrio. My question is, now that Department of Roads, Transport and Energy is very key in this county and in every government, you understand that the performance of the government is seen on roads. So in your first days, let's say 100 days, what steps are you going to take so that we feel that we have a performing department and a performing CC? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. In my first 100 days, I intend to have an intensified program. Number one is to come up with a road maintenance policy. A road maintenance policy will guide on action that we can take in any eventuality. And that one can be accelerated and done, because on that, it will guide on tendering, it will guide on maintenance, it will guide on funding and others. So if we have that policy, then hatuwezi tukaguzaguza hapa na pale, because we are fully guided on that. Number two, the other item that I intend strategy that I intend to have is to see how we can revive the county government machinery that were there, especially the graders. Graders are the ones that can be used for emergency things like repair of a broken road out of rains and all that. That is another one. The other factor is to ensure that we have resources. And where do we get these resources from? Yes, from our county treasury. And also talk to partners and donors, the European Union, the World Bank, and many others that we can use and ensure that we are set.
Thank you, David. I want to give you 2 minutes. Please, what you do wish to tell this committee on appointment? If I gave you 2 minutes, your parting shot.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. My pleasure is to thank and appreciate these assembly members. Number one, for giving me an opportunity and getting seated, patiently listening to me. On that, I say thank you so much. Number two is a pledge that I make, that I intend from today, the same Baru is seated here, I intend to remain like that and have my door to my office open. And those members who served in the first government know what kind of person Barry was. No single MCA would ever queue. No single MCA would ever call me whatever hour of the night and miss me. It is the same promise that I want to make. Number three, I want to tell you that I am normally a very committed person. I believe when you are given a cup to clean, to wash, you do it like no one else can ever do it better than you. I promise to give my best. And now I'm praying for your favor. Thank you.
Thank you, David. We have heard you. Honorable Karemi Kirengo, please ensure that the Varion gets his document and also see him off. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Thank you, honorable members.
Honor members, we take one more and then we can take a break. Mokiri, please, can we have Baptista Mureke? Baptista, welcome. Welcome. Benson, please.
I, Baptista Moreke Kanyaru, do solemnly swear that the information I shall give before this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you, Baptista. Benson, can we have this document? Baptista, I'll give you 2 minutes to introduce yourself.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Honorable Members. My name is Baptista Moreke Kanyaru. Honorable Chair, I was born in a village called Mokululu, and I started my early education in Mokululu Primary School, and proceeded to high school in Burerure, high school Maua. I come from Kageta Ward, Gembe Central. After my high school education, I proceeded to Moi University School of Law, where I did a bachelor's in law, and I completed in the year 2011. Later on, I joined Kenya School of Law, where I did my postgraduate diploma in law, and completed in the year 2013. That is my brief educational background. My professional background, Honorable Speaker, I'm an advocate of the High Court. I served in the Supreme Court briefly for around 8 months as an intern. And my first formal employment is this county assembly, which I have served from the year 2014 up to date. Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Baptista. From your past experiences, Baptista, what makes you feel that you are the most suitable candidate for this position?
Thank you, Chair. As I've just said, I have worked in the county assembly for the last 10 years or so. And from my experience in the county assembly, I came in as a clerk assistant 1. I was promoted to senior clerk assistant, and now the position that I'm holding is the Deputy Director, Legislative, Procedures, and Committee Services. Honorable Chair, I have interacted with the members of the County Assembly. I have interacted with the executive arm in my various roles which I've been playing in this assembly. And I have participated in the formation of various policies that we have done in the assembly, and even the county statutes that we have done. And Honorable Chair, from that experience, I have looked at policies that we have made, and I have seen the gaps that we have earned. And the most glaring issues is the collaboration between the county assembly and the executive, when it comes to implementation of these policies and laws, and even dealing with the issues of budgetary and the frameworks that are there. Based and armed with that experience, Honorable Chair, I believe and I know the challenges that we are facing in the department that have been nominated. And to begin, I have been nominated in the Department of Water, Irrigation, Environment, Natural Resources and Climate Change. And Chair, I have to agree from the onset that the Constitution gives the responsibility to the county government and the national government to ensure that the residents of this county have adequate, clean supply of water. And from the onset, Chair, I have to agree that we have not achieved that. So we are deficient of enough water resource in this county, and we need to up our game to ensure that the county residents have adequate water supply within their homesteads and in our urban areas, Chair.
Thank you, Baptista. Yes.
Thank you, Wakili Batista, for your nomination, and I want to congratulate you at this point for your nomination for CCM nominee water, irrigation, environment, natural resources, and climate change. So, my question is quite simple. Of late, Meru has been drilling numerous boreholes across. Most of them are dysfunctional. As the CCE nominee in the department, what strategies will you put in place to ensure at least the drilled, already existing boreholes are functional and of value to the residents of Meru?
Thank you, DS. Yes, Baptista.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. To answer the Honorable Deputy Speaker, Chair, as I said, we are supposed to, as a county, we have a responsibility to make sure that we have adequate clean water for the residents. And one of the ways the county government is trying to ensure it fulfills that responsibility is by drilling boreholes. We have almost over 300 boreholes that have been sunk by the various county governments that have been. And Chair, from my research, over 40 of those boreholes are not functioning. And the challenge as follows. One, Chair, when we install a borehole and it is functional, and that borehole runs for around 7 years, 8 years without any maintenance, surely we will have a breakdown of that borehole. Secondly, if there is no proper management of those boreholes, still we will have problems. Because by assessing, I have seen the major problems that we are having with those boreholes is either vandalism, where you find that the pump controllers have been stolen, you see the panels have been stolen, and many other parts are stolen. So if we have proper yes, continue. If we have proper management of those boreholes, we will avoid such issues. So, Chair, in simple to answer the Deputy Speaker question, what I will do and what I will give priority is actually the repair of all the unfunctional boreholes, and I will do this because I know most of them actually were done using the money set aside by the MCS in their ward development. So I will strive and push to have a kitty from the budget appropriation set aside to repair these boreholes. Then after repairing them, we can hand over these balls to a company, which is one of ours, so that they manage and keep repairing and maintaining these balls when need comes. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Baptista. Yes, Baptista. Seems the committee is okay with that. I'll give you 2 minutes or to do what to tell the committee.
Thank you, Chair. One, I appreciate the opportunity given by the Honorable Governor to serve as our CC. And secondly, Chair, I wish to pray that this committee gives me that opportunity and approves me as the CEC. I can only promise them to work in collaboration, because I know in the past duration we have had a challenge in terms of collaboration between the executive and the county government and the county assembly, and I will major on actually having those collaborations so that we can work together and ensure that we secure and make sure that we have adequate and clean water within our county.
What will be your plan for the next 100 days?
Thank you, Chair. As you have seen, my department is long. The name of my department is long. We have the water part, we have the irrigation, the environment, and the natural resources and climate change. One on climate change. I want to major on actually getting the major funding in the department from the climate change. Because, Chair, as you're aware, last year in November, we ended the COP29, which was held in Azerbaijan, in Baku. And the main issue was funding on climate change. And the various parties who have been funding, and I know members have heard of the program known as FLOCA, which is funded by the World Bank to mitigate the issues of climate change. So these parties and organizations have agreed to triple that amount, and they are tripling to a tune of $3 billion US. If we try and pull that amount, because I know members know the amount that we are receiving right now from that program, if we triple that amount, we can get money which can actually be able to repair all these balls and drill some more, and at the same time distribute these waters to the homesteads instead of actually having various watering points where the residents are going to fetch water. Because for me, I believe we need to pipe our water up to the consumer, up to the homestead, because there's no need of putting a point where still the residents are coming with jerry cans to fetch. It is good we pipe this water up to the end, and I think this funding will be very important. Secondly, Honorable Chair, there is the issue of solid waste management in the county, and we have a challenge. We have a challenge, and in my department, I want to mention this one, because collection of garbage has been a problem, and one of our roles is to ensure that the environment is clean, our urban areas are clean. And Chair, just to give an example from the information I got, you'll be surprised that one market like KUTHUJA is being served by one casual who cleans that market. I'm meant to understand Maua market, just as an example, it is served by around 25 people. And you can see the volume of garbage that we have in those towns. The information also I got is that the last time we employed these people is 7 years back. And already we have around 158 people who have left through natural attrition and retirement. So, Chair, I would be looking at bringing in few people to make sure that we upgrade our towns and we clean our towns to make them clean, Chair. Thirdly, Chair, there's the issue of distribution of water. We have our company which manages 9 schemes that supply water in the various corners of this country. And the biggest challenge that we have is old distribution lines. Due to those old distribution lines, we end up losing a lot of water. There's so much pilferage that we cannot actually account for. And I believe the best thing to do is to upgrade those pipelines so that we can have clear distribution channels which are not being abstracted by people who are not within our records, so that at least also the county government can raise the revenue from there, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Muna. Please ensure that Baptista gets back his document and then escort him out. Then